Hey folks, I'm back, and it's not my intention to flood the VC. It may be perceived as that, but uh, this is a platform for me, and I find it useful in a lot of ways to make these videos about music, but also obviously to talk and you know express myself. And I just wanted to say that. The folks that know, who they are, who trying to get a hold of me tonight. I'm fine, and really a lot of times I just have to say this, because of the nature of the way my work goes, and also it seems like because of the way that I am, a lot of times the best way that people can help me is to leave me alone. Consequently, what ends up happening is by you all right, and sometimes, after I say what I say and then getting a hold of me, it's like, it's kind of like I'm thinking, I thought I kind of, expressed, what's going on and need my space, and so the contact really is not helpful. It really, it just, it's caused, it's like you need a response, and it's like, really, the last thing I need to do is respond. I just need to just chill and for a while do what the fuck I want to do, which is why I like this format of doing the video, because even though it's two-way, it's one way. We each of us can choose what we want to say it, and then send it. We get a response when people want to respond. We can respond back if and when we want to. I like that. I mean, it's not that I dislike people, but it's like, it's one of those paradoxes of being a charismatic person. Now, I do like people, and I am aware that people like me, but consequently, because I am liked, everyone wants a piece of you. And I don't care if this sounds arrogant. I'm telling you the truth. A lot of time, it's people. You encounter so many people, you cannot expect others to know what's going on inside of you. And that you can only it needs to be two-way, and it is two-way, but because of the differences in people and styles and personalities, some people don't realize that they think they're giving, but they're just taking. And the reason why I say this is because I know it from experience. You know what I'm saying? you know, uh, I don't reveal everything, but I reveal a lot. But what I'm revealing is trying to do it in a way that's helpful to me and anyone else that needs this information. One of the things that I have learned the hard way over many years of experience working in the field, I may show some vinyl. So if you're thinking, is he going to show some vinyl? I may or I may not. And please, again, you have free will. And if this isn't for you, then you tune out now. And nothing's taken personal. I'm really learning that I have the right to just throw myself out here like everyone else is. You're being yourself, so I'm being myself. But one of the things that I've learned really the hard way about working with people is, in order to be helpful, truly to be helpful, one must give up this notion that he can be helpful. Now, to many people, they'll say, well, that doesn't make sense. That's because you have to go deep with this, okay? And you have to understand that we're talking about some old knowledge that goes way beyond, this generation or even the last few. And this knowledge is passed on in just the simplest ways, but a lot of times we don't look at what's being said. For example, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. That is what I just said. That's what we're being taught, which is, as a person whose profession it is to be a resource and to be helpful and to offer hope to people, the way that I've learned that I can really do that is to stop trying and to understand that I need to get out of people's way. And I'm in this profession, and I watch people all the time get in other people's way because they think they can do something, not realizing that their actions are more about them than the other person. And the reason why I can say this so clearly is because I'm aware of it and I have to watch myself, But at the same time, it's natural. Everything is self-centered, basically. I mean, if you really analyze your behavior, everything you do is for you. Everything I do is for me. And to expect me to do something for you is unrealistic. If I choose to do it for you, I am doing it for you. But remember, I'm choosing first. I have to have my own reasoning, my own motivations. And those motivations can be a myriad of things. They can be good, they can be neutral, they can be harmful. And I think it's a challenge for us as individuals to become more aware of what of our actions are coming from which motivation. And so I'm saying all this because I share an awful lot. And I'm aware that by doing that in some way, there can be a negative part of it in that I call a lot of attention to myself, and that can have all kinds of repercussions, you know what I'm saying? But overall, it appears that the way that I'm conducting my business online here on my channel, that it seems to be overall being beneficial or non-harmful. And so that's why I'm kind of talking the way I'm talking right now, okay? And again, I'll say, I hope that the people that need to hear this message can hear it. And I think some of you may at first take it personally and be upset, but if you digest and go back and listen to what I said, you'll understand there's a lot of truth in what I say. A lot of times when we reach out to others and we want to tell our story, look at what's the first thing we want to do. We want to tell our story. Well, who is this really for? It's not that that's a bad thing, but just recognize what you're doing, okay? I've been at this for so long that I recognize it right away. And so I recognize today that I'm almost empty and I don't need to be reaching out. I need to be left alone. Let me just talk to you. And if that provokes a reaction in you, examine it and express it, and go with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a guy. I'm just a human. You know what I'm saying? I do not want any of you people to put me on a pedestal, and it concerns me that maybe some of you do, and that's bullshit. Please, come on, you know what I'm saying? I really appreciate you brothers and sisters, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to say names because it seems like people get offended when I don't say their name, but I think you strong brothers and mothers and sisters, y'all know who I'm talking about. Y'all talk to me like I need to be talked to, and it's like, yeah, be strong. I almost want to say it like I'm with my people, and I can't say it because someone won't be able to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? But y'all my peeps. You know what I'm saying? And I love it. When people come correct, I love it. Matter of fact, the last thing I'll say before I show any vinyl is this: you people that are getting to know me and thinking of me as your friend, you try to understand that you don't need to be dancing around talking to me all polite and shit, okay? If you really respect me, you express your opinion honestly. You don't have to worry about saying the right thing. That indicates what I just said, which is it indicates what we all deal with, which is our own insecurities, our own problems with self-esteem. And a lot of times when a person comes off like that, it's tiresome because it's just it makes me work. You know, that's what it does. It makes me work. Okay, I just, you know, and I'm overthinking too much because it's like, you know, everything I've said is self-explanatory. Watch it again and again. If somebody's all offended, you know, watch it again and again. I love you, and that's where this is coming from, straight from love. Okay, I ain't kissing nobody's fucking ass. That's not love. Okay, so when I rave on about these Blake uh, sleeves, it's because I can't help it. You know what I'm saying? This is totally self-indulgent record collecting. You know what I'm saying? This is all about what I'm getting off on, and I'm getting off on covering my records, and every record looks brand new. It it doesn't come across in the video the way it does in real life. It's like these records, it's like the texture is jumping off the sleeve, and they're just dope-alicious, you know. And I'm just covering some of my favorite records, Super Silent from Norway, just some of the most intense modern music that encompasses jazz and improvisation and electronics and ambience. These guys are just killer. And then I pull out my Super Sister. I'm up in these, man. You know, I've got these, but they're not first issues. You know, none of mine are gatefolds. Almost all the Super Sisters originally were gatefolds, and I don't have the money to buy new. You know, to buy, which I'd love. I'd love new, real. You know what I'm saying? First editions like of this. I'd love a gatefold of this. You know, mine's not. It's a fantastic album. To the Highest Bidder, Super Sister, Dutch band. Dutch soft machine in some ways. Excuse me. Just these. It's so much fun to cover these and then look at them. It just isn't transferring to me. You just aren't getting the. It's almost like a glorified thing. It's like, whoa, look at this record. You know, like the Super Furry Animals. I love this cover anyway, but see, under the light, looking at it like this, and then I show it on the screen. No, it's not transferring the brilliance that comes out in the colors. And thanks, WortsDB71. That's the cat's channel, you guys. Yeah, this is free advertising, man. I can't fucking help it. All right, these things are the freaking bomb. I know I use the F word a lot. It's because I'm tired. I know it offends people. Do I care? Yes. But at the same time, do I not care? Yes. It's like, fucking, what the fuck? You know, it's like, think about it. Think about all the millions that people make using this word in entertainment that you watch, you know? And you want to have a problem with me using it just because I'm kind of, you know, a little on the edge overall? Fuck that. Let's get real, people. God damn. Oh, man, look at these covers. Super Furry Animals. Swoo, that's tight. Let's keep going. Sun Ra, Blaked Up. This shit is the fucking bomb. I mean, you're talking about music, but man. I mean, it just makes these records even more the treasures that they are. Sun Ra. Thank God Sun Ra dropped on this planet for the time he was here, man. Yeah, I feel better than I did yesterday, and I mean earlier, and yet better than yesterday too. But I'm still not replenished. I don't know how I'm going to do that with the way that social work is going now. The way that we have to answer to Medicaid. We're not a state agency. I work for a private nonprofit community-based mental health rehabilitation service for adults. I don't work with kids. I work with adults. And I work with some entire families. And when I said I've been working with people since they were children, that's how long I've been working. I started working at a runaway center as a volunteer as a teenager. Then I worked at a children's home for 2.5 years, in my early 20s. And then from there, I got hired without even full credentials at a mental health hospital on the condition I go to school because of my background, my references, you know what I'm saying? And it's just all. And so I've been working with some of these people since I've been working in the children's home, you know what I'm saying? In the runaway center. I still have contact with the very first quote unquote client that I took on as a volunteer. And this man he's about the same age as I am, you know what I'm saying? I almost want to say his name. It's like we've grown up together. He's been in and out of hospitals and regional centers and prisons and whoo, you know what I'm saying? So my work is intense, it's deep, it's real. I have to put my butt on the line. Some will say you're not supposed to. It's the only way to get the god dang job done. I'm totally professional, but it's totally human too. And I could tell you some stories, you know what I mean? And so it has to do with who I am and how I am. I did show some records. If you're still with me, people, thanks. I'm just going to riff until I'm done. I'm just about done. But no one should ever reveal everything. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have to reveal everything, and that would be foolish and unhelpful to reveal everything. But what I'm about to say is this, that it is helpful that as part of your personal path, if it's how it seems to be, that you feel like you need to share some information, that's what you do. That's what I'm doing. Okay? It's not a perfect expression. It's like ultimately, it's more about the message than the messenger. Me being the messenger loves being loved. You know what I'm saying? I can live on love. I can't live on sex. I can live on love, and sex is not love. And once sex is love, then you all know. But a lot of times it's just sex, and it's like, man, I need love, okay? I'm tired, and I think that's why so many layers of this information comes out. But I think, really, ultimately, this entire train of thought goes back to the original thing was, just letting people know I'm doing okay. I know how to take care of myself, and I have a lot of support right here in Omaha as well as you all out there. I don't need... I will say it. I don't need a new shoulder to cry on. I don't need that. I have what I need. Actually, I do. I do. For those that offer it in that way, thank you. But I really want to get this information across because, at the risk of repeating myself too many times, I'll say, as a person who works with people and has been working so long that part of my job is I do a lot of teaching, something I try to get across to a lot of young people that they can't hear it. They'll hear it, but they have to learn it. But the thing is, the best way to help a person is to get out of their way and be a resource. That's a lot to try and figure out, but that's the secret to being helpful. Get out of people's way. Matter of fact, the more that you tie people to you, the worse you make it. And boy, do we have a lot of that going on. A lot of that. Okay, peace, people. Please leave me comments, comments, comments. Oh, yes, I will say this one last thing because it's been a while. I will restate once again for those because, oh, so much information. Uh, Grecian Thunder just informed me that I'm over 900 subscribers. I didn't even know. I say I don't even, I'm not watching that. You know what I'm saying? And so as a result, there are people who are new to my channel and don't know my background, haven't watched. I got so many videos. There's no way that anyone's watched all my videos. So I want to re-explain why I turned the ratings off. And I'll just be real honest about it. I know that it's realistic that not everyone is going to like my videos. But when I see that anonymous red hash mark, I see red and I want to kick somebody's motherfucking ass, okay? It's not logical, but that's the reaction. You know, if people want to talk to me about differences of opinion or just information, I'm down with that. And you can go through my videos and see this is true. People have been coming to me and they've been coming correct with differences of opinion and kind of telling me, hey, this and that, you know. And when it's done respectfully, hey, it's not a problem. But I ain't suffering no goddamn fools. And yeah, I'm using that word that offends people. I ain't suffering no motherfucking fools because I got to do it all the time in my work. That is not a cut to my people. It's a truth that in working with people, you're working with all kinds and all kinds of situations, not necessarily your direct clients, but maybe people that are victimizing them. I work with all kinds of fucking dickheads and assholes and fuck ups. I ain't having it here, okay? So, no ratings are going to be had. When you talk to me, you talk to me. I can handle that. I can handle it. Shit, difference of opinion is cool. You know what I'm saying? But dissing and disrespecting, not going down in this house. Okay? Yeah, that's where that's at. Peace out.